Good morning, everybody. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station. I want to make sure I get the mics right, and I think I get the mics right. So I have the pleasure of having Justin Ferrer, the sports master, and of course, Catherine Conley, a.k.a. KC.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Alex Mayo is out in the lobby. He is, because of the COVID-19, he is helping us out with the graphics and stuff, like he always does. He does a great job. We are waiting for Coach Serrano to call in. And okay, I had to turn down my little camera thing because if we start getting comments in, I want to make sure I can read them and then tell everybody what's going on. So, did everybody have a good week?
Yes. Yeah, I had a good week.
Wow, this is like...
I worked.
You worked?
Okay.
How about you?
I went back to college, so...
You went back to college?
Well, yes and no. I did college from home, and
Okay.
even once we go in September, we can't go to campus, so we have to figure out where a new location to do college, and there can't be more than 8 of us at one
okay.
time.
I see. So we're waiting for head coach Peter Serrano. Peter, I hope he is the Abington boys basketball coach, and we're waiting for him to give us a call and let us know. We're gonna highlight what we've been trying to do after this crazy pandemic happened. We're trying to promote the guys from last fall, all the winter sports, and there were no fall sports. There was no softball or baseball, so that saved us a lot from doing a lot of running around and calling. So we're waiting for Peter to call. So with that being, what I'll do is we're going to go down to 3 captains, and then we'll run around and not run around, but we'll talk about them first. And I want to thank Don Whitman. He does the stats for Abington, the Green Wave basketball. So again, I'm waiting for Peter to call in. Should be calling in any minute. I hope he is. 508-222-1320. I'm just waiting for the light to go off or something. But anyway, I'll read the first person. How about we do this, Catherine? At the same time, we can see if you're. I think you're centered on the camera. I know Alex is checking it out back. And
Is my mic okay?
Yeah, Alex. We also have to change one misspelling in Abington. So we need to squint that away. Say that again.
Is my mic mic perfect?
You're always perfect.
Uh.
All right, so what I want to do, why don't you read the first guy's stats? You read Jim Carney. You read his stats first, how he did. We got done from
Cam
coach.
Kearney?
Cam Carney, sorry. And then I'll read I'll read Colby's. And we're referring to the captains of course, the Green Wave of Abington basketball.
Oh, okay, so the first captain's Cam Kearney. He's the center. And SSL All-Star, Boston Herald, Enterprise All-Scholastic, 2019 Brockton Enterprise Student Athlete of the Year. He is attending Brown University next year. He's also the cross-country captain and ultimate frisbee captain, 2019 state champion. He's also the editor of the school newspaper. He averaged 12 points and 14 rebounds, tallied over 500 rebounds during his junior and senior seasons.
Perfect. So SSL is South Shore League. That's the conference they play out of.
Oh, South Shore League. Okay.
That's okay. So as far as Colby Augusta goes, he's a guard, South Shore League, just like Catherine said. SSL All-Star, South Shore League All-Star, excellent defender, adaptable to play in any position despite one of the smallest guys, was able to play the post of offense and defense due to his IQ and willingness to adapt. Wow, that's pretty cool. So he's very flexible as far as where you can put him. Average 7 points a game, will attend Bentley next year, also quarterback of the football team and CF of the baseball team, center fielder of the baseball team. So, and the last guy we have, and I'm going to turn down my mic because I don't know. Sometimes I get too carried away. Let me see. Then you have Will Klein, the guard. The coach wasn't too sure if he was going to call in because of, I guess he's just a shy kid. So for him, So again, for Will Klein, took on covering other teams' best player most games, regardless of the position. After playing the guard his sophomore and junior years, shifted to power forward the second game of the tournament after a teammate Derek Nuttall tore his ACL. Yikes. Does all the dirty work, prides himself on setting the screens and open guys up. His junior year, he set the screen on 5 plays and led the game-winning shot in the last 15 seconds of the game. That's great. Hit 3-point shots, win the Eastern Mass Championship by 1 with 2.5 seconds left in his junior season. Will attend Milford this fall. School's single-season touchdown, because he plays another sport, touchdown record holder in football, all-time touchdown record holder. Wow, that's pretty cool. So again, we're just waiting for Coach Serino to give us a call. Serrano, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Give us a call at 508-222-1320. I'm not sure if Alex is going to wait to put that stat up. He's not here yet, so we might as well wait, but waiting for them to call. For the people who don't know, now you guys can chime in as you look at your notes. They finished overall, the Green Wave finished 17-5, and they were a 4 seed going in the tournament with a .773 winning percentage off that year. And then it was, what I get a kick out of the tournament is that all these people bounced out. Your Bishop Conley, which was number 1 seed, they lost in the first round. You have Westport 16-4. When did they get bounced? I'm trying to see where they lost. Westport. You guys can help me if you want. They got bounced in the first round. Then Old Colony, they won that. They got bounced in the quarterfinals. So you lost the first 3 teams, and then Abington went on that run, and they just rode the stage to the sectional finals, and then on to the semi-state finals. And of course, there was no state tournament because of COVID-19, so coronavirus. But again, you want to call in again? We're just waiting for Coach to call in. 508-222-1320. My back is stiff. Hold on. Oh, I feel better. I just gotta get comfortable, but
You do what you gotta do.
you do what you gotta do. Is right. So again, you want to call in 508-22. Luz Cabral. Let's get some stats out there. So Luz Cabral is helping out her mom. Her mom is you think she's trying to become a NASA astronaut. She's getting so much. Well, she's older, so trying to lighten the mood. She's getting a lot of tests done because she's elderly and old and stuff like that. And I don't know why. Someone is calling me on my phone, my personal phone. If this is them, they obviously didn't get the right message. So I need you. Do me a favor. Can you read some of their season records, how they did? While I answer this phone call.
Wait.
The brackets.
Bracket.
Hold on. Maybe
Oh,
we'll get a call.
Okay. Yeah, I just noticed the flashing light.
Hello, you're first on 4D Sports Talk. Hello.
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 Hi, how are you?
Hi. Who's this?
This is Cam Kearney from Abington High School.
Cam. Hold on. I think I have the coach on my phone. Coach, is this you?
Yeah, the other number wasn't working.
The 508-222-1320?
Correct.
Well, I got Cam on the line now. You want to try that phone number again on the radio?
Sure, what is it, 822-1320?
No, it's this is where I screwed up. It's 222-1320.
Okay, all right, that'll explain it. All right,
Coach, I owe you one. I'm sorry.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Hey, Cam.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for calling in, young man. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me on.
Oh, you're
Appreciate
welcome. I want to. One thing we love to do. I don't know if you ever heard of our show. What we do with you
Oh.
guys, the high school kids. Have you heard of the show?
I hadn't, but it's a great program. I watched some clips last night.
Good. Thanks.
Great,
So you get yourself well schooled in what you were going to get yourself into.
No, it's looking good.
Oh, that's funny. But hey, congrats on a fantastic season. I have, before I get carried away, I have Justin and Harris, coach, calling in on the next line. Just waiting for it to click. There he is. And this kid should be Coach. Coach, are you there?
Yeah.
Coach, thank you. So we got Cam on the other line, and now I can knock. I just want to let you know I have Justin Ferrara. He reads our scores. He's going to read some of the stats that he gave me, Coach. And thank you very much for all the information. And I also have Captain Conley. Her code name is AKA KC, so we'll be going back and forth asking you guys questions. So we have on the line, I know that we're live on the Facebook page here as well, people watching back in Abington. And this show will be on Abington Access TV, which is good. So Cam, Cam, how tall are you?
I'm I call it like 6'7", 6'8".
Oh, you're just a small guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy, I feel bad for your family's. I feel bad for your family's food bill. I'll tell you that, being 6'7".
Yeah, I do like to eat. That is true.
Coach, why don't we start with you? I mean, a lot of people. This is why one reason why I love to do this show is that, you know, people get to know you, your basketball experience, why you took the job, how long you've been there, and I think it's a good chance for people to get to know the head coach over at Abington boys basketball.
Yeah, so we just wrapped up my 6th year as the head coach. Before that, I was the JV coach for 5 years under Coach Chris Beatrice. And before that, I was a varsity assistant for 1 year under Coach Don Byron, who's over at All Reigns now. And before that, I actually played for Coach Byron. I graduated from Abington High School in 2004. So I've kind of been fortunate to come back and coach at my own high school, which has been exciting and it's been fun, and it's been nice to kind of see the program grow to where we've been at now. Fortunately with guys like Cam and some of the other seniors, Colby Augusta and Will Klein have kind of elevated the status of the program. With the past couple of years, we've had back-to-back years, the most successful years in school history.
Yes, absolutely. So I got one. I just the first. So this is gonna split up into 4 groups, four breaks. Right now, unfortunately, the bottom half of the hour, and then the quarter till the hour, and then that's it. So we have to take our first break. Can we hold on to you guys? Hey guys, can we still hold on to you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're gonna step away. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA. And online off of our Facebook page, all one word, 4dsportstalk.com. We are highlighting the 2020 semi-state basketball champions from Abington Boys Basketball. We'll be back with more right after this.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory disease.
Sir Q.
Hey everybody, welcome back. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We have Peter Serrano, head basketball coach of Abington High School, and Cam the man. Cam, did they have a nickname for you when you played ball? Hey Cam?
Oh, yeah.
Did they have a nickname for you when you played basketball?
Yeah. You know, they call me, like, Cam Kearney, Slam Kearney.
That's all right. That was Casey. She almost lost her nose for a minute, almost blew off her face, but she's all right. So Cam, when did you fall in love with this sport?
Fall in love with basketball?
Yes, sir.
Maybe junior year, I guess. That's when
Okay.
I started getting fun, honestly. I mean, I started playing my freshman year, which was, like, cool. You know, everyone was pretty welcoming on the freshman team. We were just kind of, like, you know, goofing off those first 2 years. I mean, not with Coach Brown my sophomore year. We weren't goofing off with him. We were working on our game and everything, but, like, you know, it was more, like, lax. Then, like, my junior and senior year, I don't know, I feel like it was a lot more fun, but I kind of, like, took it more seriously, you know what I mean? And so that made it even, like, it made it more like a passion, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool. Coach, so this season, let's talk about this season. You guys finished officially 17-5, ranked fourth going into the South Sectional, and you guys went crazy and went on that run. In my opinion, you guys would have been the state champions. That's just my biased opinion. But co-champion's not a bad title. Do you feel like you guys succeeded in what you wanted to do this year? I mean, I know it shows it on paper, but overall, were you happy with the performance, the way everything played out?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, first and foremost, you know, just hearing Cam right there mention, you know, how he had fun and enjoyed it, I think that was great. You know, I think this group, especially by the end of the year, they really came together, and they were just an absolute pleasure to be around. And I think truly everybody who was on the team at the end of the year enjoyed being there every day, which, you know, speaks to the success. And then, you know, if we're talking competitively, the previous year losing in the state championship in a one-possession game where, you know, we had, you know, a chance down one with 12 seconds left and, you know, missing out on that opportunity. The kids, you know, they were obviously disappointed, but they also knew that everybody who was coming back had another chance. And it's not often, I think, that a high school team sets a goal of state championship and it's ultimately extremely realistic. And with this group it was, and they worked incredibly hard, you know, in the off season and throughout the season. They were very coachable. And, you know, when the tournament rolled around, we always say we want to be playing our best. And our last regular season game was a big win against the number one seed in Division III, a big rival, Rockland. And then in the tournament, you know, we beat our opponents by, you know, over 20 points a game when you average it out, which is pretty impressive in the state tournament. So, you know, I'm thrilled with, you know, how this group performed, and as good as they did on the court, they were even better off the court.
Absolutely. So, Cam, I know you're heading up to college. Congratulations. I want to make sure I get this right. Let me see. You're going to go to Brown. That's, like, huge. So you're definitely a smart kid and an athlete. So you get it all going on. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just reading exactly the way it is, buddy. That's really cool. That's really cool. So what can you describe? If you had any advice you could give the kids that want to make coach's team next year, what could you give them, lessons you could go back and want to fix to get yourself ready for an upcoming season, especially the juniors and the sophomores?
Oh, like how can they be, like, prepared?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to make sure you're, like, coachable. Make sure you're competent at getting the ball in the hoop, I guess. You know, and just be ready to, like, work hard. Honestly, I mean, they're all cliches, what I just said, but I mean, that's what Coach looks for. Hard-working people who have the ball in their hands.
Okay.
So I actually have a follow-up question for you. So who are your favorite teams to play against throughout, like, this season?
That's an easy one. So definitely Cohasset. You know, 30-piece in them in the tournament. That felt pretty great. I like going against the Carver team because they got a fun big to play against. And, I mean, Rockland, that's always fun. How did I almost forget Rockland? Rockland's always a good matchup because, like, everyone gets into that game, you know, because, like, they're, like, right next door to us, so it's, like, it's a good rivalry, and you always see people playing their hardest. Yeah.
So I also have another question for you. So, who are your favorite pro athletes and why? It doesn't have to be basketball. It could be any sport.
Yeah. So that's a tough one. Basketball wise,
Yeah, it could be
I think it
any.
might be basketball wise. I think it might be like Giannis. I just like how he plays. But other sports wise, kind of like Rafael Nadal. Yeah, I mean, I just like their energy. You know what I mean? Kind of got some swag to them.
Gotta have the swag.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. Coach, so how are we doing for injuries? First of all, I need to, Coach, I don't know if you have me on speaker, but you're coming in a little bit low on the radio side of it.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if you could just speak up. I mean, you obviously, I just don't know if you had me on speaker. It could be the system here, but it seemed like you were coming a little low. But I also wanted to reach out to everyone back home. If they have a question for you guys, they can just go on the Facebook link over on WARA 1320 AM and send a message, and then I'll just reread it, on the air here. But so you came in the season, Coach. After last year, who are you going to try to set your goal to become? If anybody in the conference or in the state, so you would have a peace of mind, I guess, as far as we're there, we're ready to go prior to entering the tournament.
For this past year?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, I think Cam touched on it a little bit. Cohasset is certainly our big rival, the past number of years. One of us has won our side of the league. So, we felt going into it that, they were probably one of the best teams, not only in the South, but in all the state, to make sure that we were prepared for them. We split with them in the regular season. We won our home game. So, we did everything we could to prepare for that game. It was a unique situation in the tournament where we actually only had, one night to prepare for them. And just that game was one of the most complete games any team that I've been a part of as a player, head coach, assistant coach has ever played. It was just an absolutely dominant performance. We held a kid who averaged 20-something points a game to one point, which was just, that's
crazy.
Kids and everything that they did.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. If you take it all in perspective of what it is, a 20-point scorer. You guys helped talk. What was this kid's MO? Was he more of a fast break kid? Was he wanted to score early and then dished it off? What gave him away?
He's a complete player. He's a deadly shooter, and then he could also get to the rim. He could draw fouls. But we had the benefit of mainly the two guys who covered him were two of our other senior captains, Colby Augusta and Will Klein. And we had some sophomores help out too, but they had played against him. They played against him in the summer league. They played against him in youth. We watched a lot of film on him, and a lot of stopping him, I think, was their preparation, number one, and then just their selflessness to that game. They knew that it didn't matter if they scored. It was just about stopping him, and they did an outstanding job.
Yeah, they did. Who do you try to when you're coaching? Who do you try to use as an example for the way you come across the kids? Like I coach high school. I coach freshman football at the tech level, but I never really put myself. Like I want to coach like this guy. I want to just be me. Is that more or less who you are when you coach?
Yeah, I think you learn that very early on as a coach that you need to be you. You need to be real. You need to be authentic. And I think the kids see through it when you're not. Obviously, I've had a lot of influences from other people I've coached with, and I also have the benefit of being the athletic director. So I work very closely with all of our coaches, and I take a little bit from each of them. But I just I'm me, I'm myself, and I'm fortunate that, I think Cam will tell you, our assistant coaching staff is phenomenal. I put it up against anybody else out there, and we're all kind of different people, so the kids get a little taste of everyone, and I pride myself on letting the assistants be themselves and do what they want to do, and I think, the kids really benefit from that, basketball-wise, but also I think it creates a fun atmosphere.
Absolutely. So Cam, I'm just going to again coach, and I think Don Whitman. I know he does Little League because I umpire baseball. He's your stats guy, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So, first of all, Cam, this is really impressive. And I don't know if you guys probably were just getting ready to call in, but KC went over just your stats alone that we got from Coach. Tallied over 500 rebounds during his junior and senior year. That is absolutely crazy. Very solid 12 points to 14 rebounds per game. I think that's what that means, Coach, right? That would be per season, probably the season,
Yep,
right?
yeah, per game. Yep.
And news editor of the school newspaper, so you and I get to talk later if you want to be a journalist. South Shore League All-Star, Boston Herald Enterprise All-Scholastic, 2019 Brockton Enterprise Student Athlete of the Year. And again, you're going to Brown. Do you know what you want to do in Brown? I know we're running out of time. We're getting ready to get the other gentleman on. But do you know what you want to take up in Brown?
Yeah, I'm looking at engineering because
Oh, nice.
I don't know, I've just been something with the design.
Are you more mechanical or electrical engineering?
I think right now I'm leaning more towards mechanical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Just make sure, just remember metal, when you add heat to no matter how much thick the metal is, it will bend. It will give way. But Kobe, Cam, I wanted to thank you for coming on. We're getting ready to go on our last break. Coach, you're going to hang in there for me for the last half hour as well?
Sure.
Awesome, because we have, I believe, is it Kobe Augusto who's going to call in at the bottom half of the hour?
Yes. Yep.
All right, very good. So what we'll do is we're going to go to our break, and then we'll come back, and then Justin's going to go down your regular season record and your playoff run. We want to make sure we educate everybody. Then we'll hopefully have Kobe in line. Cam, all the best in college, buddy. It was really nice to meet you, and please spread the word about our show.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me on. I will.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right. You as well.
All right, so that was Colby Carney calling in, great kid. Coach, we're going to take our second break. We'll come right back. Hope we'll have Colby on standby here.
Sounds good.
All right, so we will take our second break. Again, the Sportsmaster will come back with the rundown of the 2019-2020 Boys Green Wave Abington Boys Basketball regular season score, schedules, and playoff run. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online off our Facebook link. Go to our website, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We'll be back with more right after this.
Stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone. Connect with your friends. Stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Are you looking for more opportunities? The Literacy Center is here to help. We have free year-round classes in English, computer literacy, and high school equivalency. With the help of teachers and tutors, you can prepare for your citizenship test, make a resume, get ready for college, or learn how to speak better English. Classes held during the day, evening, or on Saturdays. View our website, theliteracycenter.com, or call 508-226-3603. The Literacy Center, building a better community.
To some people, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much. But that's not necessarily true. By 6 months, they're combining vowels and consonants. By 9 months, they're trying out different kinds of sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on some meaning. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Early screening and intervention can make a lifetime of difference and unlock a world of possibilities. Take the first step at autismspeaks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Hello, everybody. This is Justin Ferreira, and I'm about to read to you all the Abington 2019-20 basketball schedule. For the Green Wave basketball team, to be specific, and we have Blue Hills with Green Wave winning 73-42. Green Wave versus Mashpee 93 to 73. Green Wave. Green Wave versus Cohasset. Green Wave winning again 68 to 59. Bishop's Stang versus Green Wave. Another win for Green Wave 69 to 65. Green Wave versus Cape Cod Academy. Another win 89 to 78. Green Wave versus South Shore Christian Academy. Another winning 79 to 43. Green Wave versus Caviar. Another winning 75 to 64. Green Wave versus Rockland, and unfortunately Green Wave did not win this time, 56 to 51. Green Wave versus East Bridgewater, 73-49, with Green Wave winning again. Middleborough, Green Wave versus Middleborough, 71-37, Green Wave again winning. Green Wave versus Norwell, but this time Norwell won 87 to 60. Green Wave versus Hull, 79 to 60. Another win for Green Wave. Green Wave versus Randolph, 63 to 55 to Randolph. Green Wave versus Mashpee, 70 to 60. Green Wave. Green Wave versus South Shore Christian Academy, 79 to 67. Green Wave. Green Wave versus Hull, 67 to 35. Green Wave. Cohasset, Green Wave versus Cohasset, 65 to 56. Green Wave. South Shore Christian Academy, 79 to 67. Green Wave. Green Wave versus Blue Hills, 51 to 29. Green Wave versus Caviar, 65 to 55. Green Wave. And Green Wave versus Bishop Stang with 79 to 70. Bishop Stang.
All right, in the playoffs, it was Abington. They got in this first round, Abington over Blue Hills, 60-27. Abington over Cohasset, 66-36. Abington over Nantucket in the semifinals, 81-62. They became the 2019-2020 sectional state champions, South sectional state champions with an 85-81 win over Cape Cod Academy. And then in the state semis, they beat Snowden, 67-51, and that's how their season played out. Great job, Sportsmaster. Coach, do we still have you with us?
Yes.
All right, and I believe on the phone, and I want to thank him for holding on. This is Colby Augusta.
Yes, sir.
Colby, thank you for calling in.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So I don't know if you caught any part of the first half of the show. We had the pleasure to have your former teammate, I guess, Cam Carney, and so you probably have a good idea how the show has played out. And again, everybody listening back in Abington or in that area that has a question for Coach or Colby, please just text us on the Facebook link, the WARA 1320 Facebook link, and we'll get the question up to the guys. All right, Colby, first of all, congratulations on winning the state Coast State champions. Like I told Coach, I honestly believe you guys were going to beat who you had next was crazy enough to get into your way for the actual physical, game, final game.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So what did this season mean to you? Besides going and succeeding as you guys did, how did you set your pace on how you wanted to help out this team this year? What was your goal?
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, I understood my role. I'm pretty much there to make the plays, just kind of do what everyone else does and lead the team the best I can. And that was definitely my goal for the season. I think I accomplished that to my best ability. And obviously, like with the help of our three captains, myself, Cam, and then Will Klein, I definitely think we led the team into a great direction for the future as well.
I just want to let you know we have Justin Ferreira on the line, and of course Catherine, Catherine Conley, aka Casey, and she has a couple of questions she wants to throw in your way.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you this. I already asked Cam earlier. So, who were your favorite teams to play against throughout this season?
I heard Coach Serino touch on it before the break, but definitely Cohasset. The playoff game was my favorite game. Getting the guard, one of the most premier and scoring guards I've probably ever played against, and Liam Cunny of Cohasset. So that was definitely my favorite game. And then beating them by 30. That we've always been playing Cohasset since we've been little kids, and getting the chance to really put them out in my last game that I ever faced them that means a lot to me.
Well, that's cool. So, who are your favorite pro athletes and why?
For basketball or just in general?
Just in general.
All right. Well, for basketball, definitely Stephen Curry. I've always liked Steph Curry from a young age. I like the way he plays. I like the way he leads his team and just stuff like that. But in a full sense, probably Tom Brady. Tom Brady, I love his work ethic. I love the way he involves his teammates and leads. That's kind of how I like to model my sports career. So Tom Brady for sure.
Well, that's cool. And Coach, I wanted to ask you this. So, how did you get into coaching basketball?
So I played basketball in high school, and then after college, I was fortunate to get a teaching job, and my high school basketball coach was still coaching, and I just love sports and competition, so he was looking for some help, and I was happy to help. So that was my first season, and from there, I just really enjoyed being around the kids and the competitive environment.
Oh, that's cool.
That is really cool. So I want to make sure my mic is all set. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I just got a note from the GM, and I thought I might have messed up something as long as we can get you guys on. So, Colby, my question to you is, and I asked this to Cam, now, of course, you guys are the outgoing class. As far as advice going for guys that want to make coach's team next year, and I'm always curious on this and on different players' outlooks as they're leaving programs, what advice or what's something you wish you could have fixed to get ready for your senior year, or you wish you could have gone back maybe in your junior year to get yourself ready to play? Because, varsity is the fastest game around and most competitive game around, and you guys playing probably one of the toughest conferences, the South Shore League. But what advice could you give the guys that want to make coach's team next year?
Definitely put your teammates above yourself. Be selfless, and kind of it's like I remember Cam saying this during his interview, but as cliche as it sounds, just work hard. That's what Coach likes to see. Coach likes he likes someone that's going to be all for the team, likes to play defense before offense. Just that type of stuff, and I can guarantee that you'll make Coach happy.
There you go. What about work ethic? Are you a big cardio guy? Do you believe that's one thing that might get overlooked, especially playing at the varsity level? Some kids might have the best ability, you've seen it, but they don't have the wind to keep up with someone like you or Cam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I guess I'm a cardio guy. I mean, I played football, basketball, and baseball. Not much running going on in baseball, I guess, except when I get a hit. But definitely having the work ethic and drive to just keep going is definitely important in varsity basketball and kind of in all sports, regardless of what you play.
Right, it's just so funny how you probably see it more than once. just when you think, the guy's a decent player and he's athletic and he has the mechanics to play whichever game, football, and next he's huffing and puffing, and it just makes you scratch your head how someone who wants to commit, or any person who wants to commit to a sport, how they don't really think about it. It's just one of the things you have to do,
Yeah, exactly.
So, Coach, how are we looking? We lost. Actually, let's get this done now. I wanted to know if you two guys could help. Well, I know you can help me out. If we could go down the coaching roster with you, Coach, first, and then maybe you can help out Colby, and we can go over the whole team's roster. We want to make sure we get those shout-outs to this state championship team.
Yeah, so you want to talk about the coaching staff?
Yes, please. Yep, exactly. I'm sorry. I should have said that. So let's go over the coaching staff, and then we'll work our way into the rest of the roster of this state championship team.
Sure. The coaches. Jason Brown is our JV coach. This was his third season with us. A lot of experience. Previously ran the Wolfpack program and also at Duxbury High School. Certainly brings an offensive-minded attitude to us. I don't think he's ever seen a shot he doesn't like. So I know the guys like that. And then some other varsity assistants that we have. Chris Ty, who's been with me since the start, even going back to JV. He was actually on the first team that I was a coach of as an assistant. He does a lot of work with our post players. Then we have Coach Marquardt, who works a lot with our guards, specifically on their ball handling. He does a lot of stuff with our out-of-bounds plays. He draws up some great plays there. And then Coach Madden is our last varsity assistant, which is the one that nobody sees or hears from, but he's kind of the glue that holds the whole program together. Then Coach Carey is our freshman coach, who's really brought a lot of good energy into the program since he's been here.
Excellent. So again, unfortunately, we're running against the clock. Why don't we do this? Let's take our last break, and then we'll come back. Of course, we'll come back with Colby and yourself to finish up the rest of the hour, and then we'll talk about that roster. Will that work?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, great. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, so we're going to take our last break. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here in the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. Just hit our Facebook link. You can hear the interview, unfortunately. Maybe next year, Coach, we'll get you in. Well, if we actually have Coach in there with next year's seniors as we celebrate another state championship. But we're going to, again, take our last break. We are highlighting 2019-20. Massachusetts state champions, at least in my opinion, the boys basketball team from Abington High School, the Green Wave. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is a message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Older adults and people of any age who have serious underlying medical conditions are at higher risk for severe illness from COVID-19. If you are at higher risk, you should stay home as much as possible and avoid close contact with people who are sick to protect yourself. Call your doctor if you have concerns about COVID-19 and your medical condition, or if you get sick. For more information, visit cdc.gov.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Sweet strawberry icing. You were strolling along in Goodwill when just past that mid-century side table and denim jacket you spotted them, nestled in their display case. Miniature donut earrings. Oh, yes! Yes! Your favorite half-breakfast pastry, half-all-day dessert food, made into your favorite form of ear candy. Oh, my. Those bejeweled sprinkles have satisfied some unknown hunger within you. Do you smell that? That's the sugary scent of shopping success. For this is Goodwill. And with every item you buy, you fund local job training and more.
Let's go, Paul! Bring home those donut earrings. And bring home so much good
Hey everyone, welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM WARA. We are talking on the phone with the Abington boys basketball team with the coach and Colby Augusta.
There you go. All right, so let's dive into this roster because I don't want no one thinking that you didn't care about any of your teammates. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to make sure we get their names out there. Again, I know I'm saying that in a offbeat, colorful way, but it's good to get the roster out there. You know as well as anyone else, and of course, Coach definitely knows. It just unfortunately, if we could play a game with 3 guys, Coach would probably want to have you 3 guys, but there's a lot more to this roster.
That's right.
All right, so let's go down this roster, Coach. If you can help them out, and thank you for mentioning the coaching staff because I think they definitely needed a shout out as well. But let's go over that roster.
Alrighty, so for seniors, we got myself, Cam, Will Klein. We got Gabe Spry, who was he's a big football guy, but he decided to join the basketball team this year. Great impact, great shooter also. And then we got Brady Therien, which is definitely one of our big practice guys. Definitely pushed myself, and I know a bunch of other guys to be better. And then for juniors, we got Matt McGuire, which is definitely our primary scorer. The heart of our team. Definitely played a huge role on offense for us. We got Derek Nuttall, who unfortunately got hurt at the end of the season, but his impact throughout the year was, can't even put it into words. He's a guy that brings great energy, and he's definitely someone that I want to have on my team. And for other juniors, we got Andrew McCluskey, big practice guy too. Definitely push myself. He's going to be big next year. Obviously, if the season happens, he's going to be a big name. So watch out for him. Coach, what else for juniors? Is that it?
So we had Matt D'Ambrosio.
Matt D'Ambrosio, yep.
He took a beating going against Cam pretty much every day.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. And Joey Sala.
Joey Sala, yep. A big
was,
practice guy again.
As well.
Yeah. Great teammate, great person, great kid. I love him.
Awesome.
Alrighty, and then we got sophomores. We got Tommy Finara, which is he definitely improved so much over the season and over his past few years. He's just going to be a junior now this year. I'm looking forward to seeing his potential because it's through the roof. Same with other sophomore Antoine. Call him Junior. He's a big offensive guy. He's small, but he plays a lot taller. He's a great scorer. Played great for us down the line. Definitely someone I want on my team as well. And Drew Donovan, which is he brings a great attitude. Just a sophomore. Well, this past season he was. He's going to be big for the team next year and in the long run. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what that sophomore class develops into, and hopefully they can bring something home again next year.
So is that everybody? Are we good? We got the whole roster out there?
Yeah, and then we also had 2 other sophomores who came up for the tournament to help us out, Curtis Lucas Summers and Deshaun Leggett. And both of them played an excellent job. They did an excellent job at the end of the season.
Excellent. All right, young lady, what's your question?
Yeah, so my question is, I think it's basically for both of you guys. So how did you guys adjust to when the championship game got canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Let me go first, Coach.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. We started practice on that Thursday, I believe it was. We were starting to do our defensive drills. Coach Serino wasn't in the gym yet. And I remember the captains, me, Will, and Cam, we just started the team up because that's what we were told to do. Started running through our drills, and then Coach comes in. He tells us all to bring it in. And I think we all knew it was coming, but it was kind of like a harsh reality that we didn't want it to come. And he kind of told us and said you guys can stick around, but this is it. And then that's when it kind of hit you. It hit me. I think my senior year is going to be over, and obviously it was, but. It was tough. It was tough for everyone. Everyone was crying, myself included. The coaches were upset. It sucked. It really did. But looking back on it now, I couldn't really pitcher away that I wanted to go out with anyone else. You know, I knew we would have won that game. Probably would have blown him out too.
I agree.
Yeah, that's about it for me.
All right. What about you, Coach, as far as adding to Catherine's her question here? And actually going into this season, how was it for you? What was your mindset? I know you wanted to play that last championship game because you're a competitor, you're from the area, you love the basketball program, you're the athletic director, and then this gets thrown in your lap.
Yeah, it was tough. You know, as Colby kind of mentioned, I got the call, you know, just a couple minutes before practice. And, you know, as Colby mentioned, I think one of the reasons we were so successful is because of the leadership of, you know, him and the other captains. You know, they started practice without me just because, you know, that's what they're supposed to do. And even on the last day that, you know, as Colby mentioned, we all kind of knew it was coming. You know, I had that moment, you know, do we go in there and just practice and then tell them at the end, like have that last practice of fun. But, you know, going back to your question earlier, you know, kids know when you're not real and authentic, and I knew my heart wouldn't be in it, so I told them. And it's tough because that group, you know, they did everything right. Especially, you know, I go back to Colby, his sophomore year. We had never played in a fall league, and he was one of the guys who had his license, and he was driving kids, picking them up all over town, driving them down to Foxborough so we could play. And from then on, you know, the group did everything right, everything they should have to get that opportunity to play for the state championship. And, you know, they didn't deserve to have it taken away. But, you know, we talked about sometimes you do everything right in life and you don't get a chance at it. And it doesn't diminish our season or our accomplishments. But it was definitely a very difficult, you know, thing to break to the team. And, you know, but we had a great season and some good memories. I think, you know, Cam and Colby touched on that and something that, you know, hopefully all of us will carry with us.
So now we can put on your athletic director's hat for a minute. It probably fits the same size as the basketball head coaching job hat. How is and what do you think or what do you believe is going to happen as far as going into this year's basketball season?
You know, basketball season's a long ways off. And one thing I've learned the past few months is that things change, you know, very frequently. So, you know, last week I think I was at 3 different points as to what things are going to happen. So, you know, I'm optimistic that we'll find a way to play, but also, you know, realistic that, you know, we might not be able to do it in a safe way. And keeping the kids safe is obviously our number one priority. So right now we're figuring out if our focus is on the fall. Is there a way that we can play some sports safely? And, you know, once we sift through that, we'll move our focus to the winter.
That's all you can do, right? I mean, couldn't have said any better if you wrote out for a movie in that one. I mean,
Yeah.
that's as far as being down to earth and just calling it the way it is. So, Kobe, first of all, I want to make sure I get this off my chest, and I want to say congratulations. You're going to Bentley College, if I got that right. Yeah, Bentley, right?
Yeah, Bentley University. Yep.
Awesome. Basketball?
No, I'm not playing any sports. Probably some intramural stuff going on.
Well, wait till they see you play, and then they'll ask you to try out, I guess.
Yeah, no, that might be something cool.
That would be cool. Well, what do you want to take up over in Bentley?
I'm looking to do accounting and finance, probably. Maybe, you know, kind of feel it out the first year, see what I like, see what I don't like, and kind of make a decision from there.
Oh, there you go. Because when do you have to pick your major?
I think it's after sophomore year.
Okay, so you can feel it out and get an idea, ask around. Good. That's pretty smart.
Exactly. Yep.
So, Coach, let's talk about a feeder system. I've had the pleasure of talking to some of the other coaches in the other conferences in the South Shore. Do you guys have like a feeder system? And I hear, you know, like I know Whitman Hanson has something where they have the youth basketball in the town. And do we have something like that in Abington?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple different avenues where kids get there. You know, we have the youth basketball that's open to everyone, and then we have they call themselves the Surge, the travel basketball program, which Colby's actually probably quite familiar with, not only as an alumni, but his father most recently has been leading the way with that. So, you know, his father, Bruce Augusta, does a great job of organizing them and, you know, getting them prepared. And before Bruce, Steve McGuire, who's another father of a player, he was very involved in that and helped organize and create opportunities for kids to play and be prepared. So, you know, I am fully aware that, you know, our success is, you know, I think it has a lot to do with, you know, the kids and what they do in high school, but they also come to us with a great foundation, thanks to those guys and all the other fathers and mothers out there who put some time in before they even get to us.
Excellent. Now, what about AAU? Are you involved with any, because that's like in, well, you guys know in baseball, or even, basketball, definitely basketball as well, I guess, is that, you got to have an AAU feeder system, or you got to have kids. But I noticed that some of the kids, I don't know if Colby did it, or Cam, or Will, played, those AAU programs, but do they have such a deal where it's like a feeder system for a local high school, or is that like a total different entity, and I'm getting off track here?
Yeah, no, they're different. I mean, a lot of high school kids certainly play, and some of our kids do. And I know you referenced Whitman Hanson. All of those kids play. We kind of have a different approach in Abington in terms of getting ready. And, I think Colby's a prime example. If you look at, him with baseball the end of last year, he took the team to the South Sectionals, and football, as a leader, led him to the state championship, and the same thing in basketball. We just really hope that our kids become competitors, and they learn to work hard. And if they play AU, that's great. But just the competitive atmosphere and learning to be a winner, I think Colby's a prime example of that. I think he might have played some AAU when he was younger, but in high school, he just became a winner, and I think it translated across all three sports he played.
Well, guys, and we want, again, all of us at 4D Sports Talk and WARA 1320 AM want to say congratulations on a fantastic season. Unfortunately, we're going to wrap it up. Coach, thank you for playing email tag with me back and forth trying to finalize this interview. Colby, congrats on a great season. Good luck in school, young man.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And, Coach, please keep us in the loop of things going on in Abington. We'd like to set something up with other Abington High School, Green Wave sporting programs if we could.
All right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for having us on. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Again, congratulations. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll see ya.